everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Nighthawks coming in at 2-7, going up against the Colts, who come in at 5-4.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And some space here. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
To throw Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Hassan Ridgeway in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get, and then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Defense showing blitz, and he'll give it here to his running back, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Third down now following the run. Now Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dodgeball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run with Foreman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And he motions the wide receiver. The throw on 2nd down is Locke. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Locke showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing on 3rd down. Locke. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he fields it cleanly. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now Foreman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a handoff looking right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, that's a lousy call, because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you have to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They run again with Foreman. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play call?
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Foreman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Colts getting ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Over the middle, complete. That's Benson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Block on third down. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
On third and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Mariota to throw it this time. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Mariota to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Luck over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play actions.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's good, and it's 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Throwing, Mariota. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Locke. Shedding the tackle. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
From the gun, here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And here now the offense heading back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing is Mariota. Rolling to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the third quarter. A handoff as they run the counter play. Big hold to the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
So someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, it's Love. And quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A shotgun snap for Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, it's Locke. And Brate has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Luck throwing again. Runs over it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Luck now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And look out. I think he's going to go. The 20. And it's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, That means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Following the interception here, Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Back to the air. Luck on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? After the run, Luck going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Luck going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now it's Luck. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jarrell Casey. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Luck now to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Luck. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Let's go.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And this looks to probably be the final play. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Colts, it's an important win.